Up next on Line TV, Linus with a new segment about his favorite movies, weather updates about the severe storms in California,
and me, Eric Crowley, to give you an update on the NFL Pro Bowl. All that and more, Line TV starts now.
Good morning, Searcy High, and welcome back to another episode of Line TV. I'm Jacob Shoei.
And I'm Linus Bowman. Let's get into some morning announcements. The following students have made the All-State Bands and Orchestra: Jason Taylor, Jenna Coker, Cale Davis, Will Bailey, Clayton McLaughlin, Emily Miller, Isaiah Neely, and Allison Cleveland. If you see these students in the hallway, make sure to say congratulations.
The 81st session of the American Legion Auxiliary Arkansas Girls State Program will be held from May 26 to May 31st at Harding University. Delegates should be chosen on the following qualifications listed in order of importance: leadership, character and honesty, scholarship, cooperativeness, and community participation and service. This program is limited to young women who have completed their junior year in high school prior to entering their senior year of high school. Speak to either Ms. Blunt or Mr. Hughes in the counselor's office if you're interested. The deadline for signups is April 1st.
Harding and ASUBB financial aid staff along with SHS staff are presenting the FAFSA Financial Aid Night on February 15th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in room 110. They will be available to assist parents and students with the process. Register 3 to 5 days prior at www.studentaid.gov to find out what you'll need the night of the event. See the guidance office for any questions.
FCCLA is doing their annual Crush for a Crush fundraiser. They will be taking $3 donations from February 5th through the 9th in the cafeteria. Make sure to visit them during lunch on those dates to secure a can for your one and only this Valentine's Day. Hey Linus, I heard that you had a new segment about movies called Movies with Linus. What's it about?
Glad you brought it up. It's about some of my favorite movies of all time and why I like them so much.
Ooh, I'm excited. Let's not wait any longer and jump right into it.
Hi, I'm Linus Bowman, and I want to be a filmmaker. Filmmaking is my passion. Now let's head over here. This is Star. She's the editor of this documentary. Now, she's very determined. She gets things done. That's why I like her. Now, let's head over to my favorite movie. What is a favorite movie? It could be a lot of things. It could be something you watched recently and you just really liked. Or it could be something you watched throughout your childhood and it just stuck with you ever since. A favorite movie can be anything. It could be anything from the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari to Barnyard. I don't know how your tastes are, but I went around the school and asked people what their favorite movies were, and here are their responses.
My top 5 movies are Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is a classic for me, Little Miss Sunshine, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, another classic, good book, Edward Scissorhands, and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
My top 5 favorite movies are Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Forrest Gump, Good Burger, It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World, and the second Sonic movie.
Those are some pretty good recommendations. Now, let's get into my top 5 favorite movies. At number 5, I have La Samurai. I love the style of this movie. It's so cool. I love the costume design and just the suits, the hats, and the way everything looks. I mean, the cars are pretty cool. It's an excellent movie, very well executed noir thriller that I think everyone should watch. At number 4, I have La Haine. La Haine is a very intense, kind of an angry movie. It tackles some very serious issues like police brutality, hatred and racism and violence. It's very well shot. It has a very hard-hitting ending. It's an amazing movie. I think everyone should go watch it. At number 3, I have Elevator to the Gallows. One of the things that really stood out to me about this movie was the use of lighting, especially in this scene, the interrogation scene, where they're literally surrounded by darkness, and it felt like it was filmed on like a different world. It has a lot of twists and turns. You think it's going to go one direction, but it goes the complete opposite. Go ahead and watch it, form your own opinion. On to the next movie. At number 2, I have Punch Drunk Love. The use of color in this movie is outstanding. I love how Barry wears blue throughout the entire movie and Lena wears red, symbolizing that their personalities are very different and they're very different people, but opposites attract, so they fall in love with each other. This movie has probably one of my favorite scores in a movie ever. It's ultimately a very fun, very odd movie. At number 1, I have The Darjeeling Limited. This is safe to say, this is my favorite movie of all time. Well, as of now. That might change later, I don't know. It's very well directed, very well shot, well written, and just well edited. I love this movie. This movie stuck with me in a lot of ways. It's very funny, very quotable. My favorite quote being this scene.
You don't love me! Yes, I do! I love you too, but I'm gonna mace you in the face!
Okay, if I take that out of context, it's really funny, but in context, it's still really funny.
Thanks, Linus. There's a lot of movies that I have to add to my watch list now.
Anytime, Jacob. Searcy police officers made 2 arrests early Thursday related to storage unit break-ins. According to Lieutenant Todd Wells, the officers were called to the Bison storage units at 400 North Seipert Street because the owner noticed that someone had thrown something over the security surveillance cameras blocking its view. He said officers found additional evidence that someone had made entry into the locked facility. The suspects were found inside one of the storage buildings. They were identified as Dustin Lynn Rhodes, age 48, and Trevor Dylan Jackson, age 28, both from Searcy. Wells said that both were taken into custody and transported to the White County Jail for booking.
A severe storm began moving through California Sunday and into Mondays, marking the start of what is expected to be days' worth of heavy rain and snow. 38 million people are covered by flood alerts due to a weather system the National Weather Service said could be potentially historic, and 500,000 customers are out of power as of today.
Legislation providing $17.6 billion in new military assistance to Israel as it wages war against Hamas was unveiled on Saturday in the U.S. House of Representatives. The funding bill offered by House Appropriations Panel could come to a vote in the full House sometime next week, Speaker Mike Johnson said in a letter to members. The Republican-controlled House had previously approved $14.3 billion in new military aid to Israel, but with the requirement that it be paid for by clawing back a chunk of money already targeted for the U.S. Internal Revenue Service.
Isn't it strange, Linus? Even though it's February, it feels like early spring.
Yeah, even all this rain makes it feel like spring. Well, I guess the groundhog was right.
Well, Kaden DeGrow is here to give us some closure on the upcoming weather.
Good morning, Searcy High. I'm here with your weekly weather announcements. Today will be a high of 62, partly cloudy, rain at 7% chance, winds southeast 7 miles per hour, humidity at 67%, and your sunrise at 7:01 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight will be a low of 47, cloudy with a rain chance of 11%, winds south-southeast 9 miles per hour, humidity at 83%, sunset at 5:41 p.m. On to the almanac. Average temperatures high of 52, low of 31. Monthly average of precipitation 3.90 inches. Month to date is 2.14 inches. On to the 5cast. Thursday we'll have the showers of high of 62, a low of 54, a 31% chance of rain. Friday we'll have a high of 68, a low of 50 with a 24% chance of rain. Saturday we have showers with a high of 63, a low of 43 with a 50% chance of rain. Sunday we'll have showers with a high of 53, a low of 37 with a 42% chance of rain. And Monday we'll have a partly cloudy with a high of 53, a low of 33 and a 14% chance of rain. Man, it's gonna be raining a lot.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna need my raincoat then. Isn't that right, Linus?
That's right. But man, all this talking is making me hungry. Can you tell us what's for lunch, Jacob?
I sure can. Today for lunch we'll be having chicken spaghetti, classic cheese pizza, ham and cheese sub, fresh Fuji apple, spinach and romaine salad, and milk.
Yum! That sounds delicious. Be sure to thank all of our amazing lunch ladies for all of their hard work that goes into making our lunches.
You can say that again, Linus. You definitely have good taste in our school lunches.
Thank you. And I know you have really good taste in sports teams.
Thanks, but sorry to break it to you, Linus. I've been falling a little bit behind keeping up with the sports.
Really?
Yeah, thankfully we have Eric Crowley with all our sports updates.
Happy Wednesday, Searcy High. We have quite a bit of sports updates to go over, so let's get right into it. In local sports, the Searcy wrestling team went up to Sylvan Hills High School to compete in dual state. The Lions went up against Texarkana, Greenwood, Lake Hamilton, Lakeside, Maumelle, Mena, Mountain Home, Russellville, Sylvan Hills, and Van Buren. Overall, the Lions won the dual championship. If you see a wrestling member, be sure to congratulate them. In basketball, the Lady Lions took on the Paragould Rams last Friday night, beating them in a dominating fashion, 52-34. They also took on the West Memphis Blue Devils last night and are playing the Marion Patriots this Friday at home. The boys also played the Rams last Friday, also dominating the boys team 78-49. The boys played the West Memphis Blue Devils last night and will have those scores in this Friday's show. Be sure to go cheer on our boys and girls at home this Friday against the Marion Patriots. In national sports, in the NFL, the Pro Bowl games went on this past weekend in the flag football tournament. The NFC won 64-59 against the AFC. The NFC entered Sunday with a 12-6 lead thanks to wins and skill challenges held Thursday. In the NBA, the Phoenix Suns took on the Washington Wizards on Sunday night. The Suns won in a dominating fashion, 140-112. In the game, Kevin Durant had 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and 18 points, along with his teammate Bradley Beal having 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 43 points. The Indiana Pacers went against the Charlotte Hornets Sunday night, where they would take an outstanding win, being 115-99. In the game, Pascal Siakam had 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and 25 points, while Aaron Nesmith had 4 assists, 8 rebounds, and 22 points. In college basketball, the Arizona Wildcats took on the Stanford Cardinals on Sunday, with the Wildcats winning 82-71. In the game, Caleb Love had 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and 18 points, while Umar Ballo had 2 assists, 13 rebounds, and 18 points. On Saturday, the Tennessee Volunteers would face off against the Kentucky Wildcats, with the Volunteers winning with a big 103-92. In the game, Zakai Ziegler had 13 assists, 2 rebounds, and a whopping 26 points, while Santiago Vescalvi had 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and 11 points. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you today. Now sending it back to the news desk with Jacob and Linus.
Thanks, Eric. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Linus Bowman.
And I'm Jacob Shoei. Have an amazing Wednesday, Cersei, and we'll see you this Friday.